Three, two, one. Welcome to Fighterdiet podcast number 4. Today we have Ana with us. She's from Colombia. Ana she discovered Fighterdiet and Pauline by reading her blog post way back when in 2010. She didn't start seeing results until 2021. So there was an 11-year period where she was reading, and then she started to commit, and then she saw results. And today we'll hear all about it. Pauline?
So I want to explain how I got to talk to Ana and how it started with our kind of personal trainer and client. It was when the lockdown happened, pandemic and everything, everyone was going to come home. And I took control over thinking, what am I going to do with all these warriors? They need someone to lead there on the way. We don't know where we're going. We don't know when we are going to be able to come out. And I just knew that this is not going to be over in 2 weeks. And people kind of gave up. I don't need fitness. Let's just eat now and start over later. And then they noticed it was not 2 weeks. It wasn't 2 months. It was up to even 2 years. And that's how I found Ana. So we started to train on Uscreen. She became kind of my prototype for a new way of training on video like years later, after the Buck Bible, after here. And Ana was such a great client because she had the dream body already. She was normal body, as in every woman wants to look like her. Like if I saw her, everyone she's perfect. But Ana had higher ambitions, just like me. It wasn't about fitting in or being normal. She wanted to be fitness, Arnold, me, strong. So that started. And then she became my Spanish teacher. So I hablo español, and we did the preposition. So it was great. So Ana, Pavel is I just want to say that I love working with a variety of women with the same kind of mindset, but the variation of life. And I came into your life when you wanted to be pregnant, you wanted to have a child, and you were struggling. And I told you, this is going to be a slippery slope. Wanting to be fit is not the same as being fit for a baby. So, Ana, tell me about what brought you into wanting to do Fighterdiet, because you knew how to just eat and exercise before. What is the difference between what you used to do and what you do with Fighterdiet?
Yes, great question. I was doing everything wrong because I was constantly under eating and over exercising and dealing with tsunami waves that you taught me how to deal with tsunami waves. So I could stay consistent, stick to my plan, stick to my calorie budget. And the most important thing is that I wasn't on a starvation mode. My body started to feel happy, to feel healthy, to feel energized. So I think that this was the key for success to me, not only to get results in the bodybuilding world, but also to get pregnant, because my body wasn't healthy. I was under eating, over exercising, overeating sometimes. So I wasn't ovulating. So my body was unable to get pregnant.
Pavel, so since I want to talk here, don't you take over here. So this is so important in fitness life, because women come to me and say, I want to be healthy in order to become a mother, or I want to take care of my body in order to have a healthy body. So then I explain that the reason why obesity and overweight tend to kind of stop all pregnancy, fertility, is because the high insulin level, the diabetes, the eating sugar, junk food, stops ovulation, stops the body from thinking it can afford having a child. So isn't it ironic that we have made it into, we can eat as much as we want, so we can have as many babies as possible. Now, our bodies have said, we are not healthy to sustain a kid, but there's all the fat in the world in energy to fuel that, but it's not a healthy environment. You made it with Fighterdiet into a healthy way of fitness, getting pregnant. That is it's such a big thing, just, because you have to be healthy. It wasn't about weight loss for you. You had to take care of your body. So that's what I feel like. It's not only about the heavy weight. It's how you live your life, taking care of your body. And, if you're going to be a mother, respect your body. It's not about the lean body. You have to look good. You have to look like the perfect body. No, then I say to women, they hate me for it. They say, so you're just vain. It's not about the body. It's not about the baby. You want to be a mother. You want to be looking good. And you just use the pregnancy as your motivator to be healthy. And I just love you for that, Anna. You did not make it. In order to have what I want in life, a child, I have to do what I have to do. Proud of you for that, Anna.
Thank you very much. And thank you, because I told everybody that if it weren't because of you, because of Fighterdiet, maybe I wouldn't be a mother right now, because of you. Because I found you. I found Fighterdiet.
Yes, because here's the thing, Pavel. Most women are going to be so terrified about losing their body, be shamed by other people, not coming back soon enough after pregnancy, after bearing a child to the world. They're going to be before pregnancy within 2 weeks, or you're not good enough, or you're too slacking, you're not. It's almost like you're not supposed to even have the pregnancy. And then women are supposed to slap back, just be this, don't even nurse, have a nanny, don't even spend time with your kid, because it's just to have a kid, and then what? It's like, it's this crazy thing. I'm like, why do you want to do that? Then women rather kind of just hold on to the body, and then they get bitter because they notice it doesn't last anyway. The body will go down and break down anyway.
So Anna, let me get this straight, Anna and Pauline. So you credit Fighterdiet, at least in part, to be able to have a child. Is that correct?
Yes, to start ovulating again, because my body wasn't ovulating, because it was unhealthy, wasn't comfortable with the way I was eating. I did keto during 4 years, and I think that was the biggest mistake. I couldn't see any results in terms of fitness, and I think that my hormones were like a mess. So when I start Fighterdiet, I start eating carbs again, and that was fabulous, because I was very afraid to eat any carbs. But I didn't want to eat either rice or pasta, because all bodybuilders here in Colombia told me, if you want to gain muscle, you have to eat rice, you have to eat pasta. And I didn't want to, because I was very afraid to gain lots of fat, because I knew my appetite was very big.
Yeah.
So the first thing I love about Pauline was that I was able to eat, even to overeat and stay lean. And I was able to eat carbs. And it wasn't mean that I have to eat rice or pasta, as Pauline every time tell us. Veggies are also carbs, and are the healthiest carbs available in the world.
Yeah.
So I think that was the most amazing thing.
Well, one more question, Pauline. Thank you so much for sharing this. This is going to be fantastic for all our audience to hear. Do you find everything you need in Colombia in terms of Fighterdiet? I know we ask people from different parts of the world if they find everything they need. And do you find everything you need in terms of groceries and?
Yes, everything. At the beginning, I didn't find oat bran, so I bought it through Amazon, and then I bring it to here. But now I find everything. The only thing that I don't find is like a very clean protein powder, but not as clean as Pauline protein powder. So I have to drink like other protein powders that are not as clean.
Pauline?
Oh no, so Ana, I love Ana so much, and I've talked to her about, when we have South America, like one time in the future, like maybe you could be Fighterdiet Colombia, the person who can have that, I always have the envision, I always see people like, okay, where is that fit and that rolls, right? So I wanted to say too that everyone tells a lot about how keto was the biggest thing, that it made every of the tsunami waves bigger and bigger, and people ask, what do you mean by tsunami waves? So I want to just explain that. The reason why keto diet has a really destructive effect on people who come into it trying to take over their body's health is that it's so extreme in limitations, and it doesn't make you able to eat up. And there's no pause of this, and you have no right to eat what is the healthy foods in the world. And it's all about calculating, keeping everything in math, and taking out nutrition and what the benefits of food. And the reason why it becomes big tsunami wave of all or nothing, yo-yo dieting, eating nothing and then up, is that you are combining the body's way of super compensating when you are restricting. So now it's waiting like a dried sponge to absorb it all. Add up the cravings from the mind about having everything you haven't had for a time. And now you have the keto that took away all you love to eat. And then we have the person coming here with now on keto, which is the most amount of energy, fat and calories in the least amount of food. So you have no clue how many calories you ate. And it's all the premises, you're going to feel the same shit because of that. I'm just like, what did anyone tell the whole obesity pandemic about that? Because they were never satisfied, apparently. So I'm just saying that is why. It's not that keto can't work out. People say, well, I can lose weight. Yeah, I can. But do you keep it off for life? You don't.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I don't see the thing with keto at all, to be honest. I want to eat. I like to eat too. I think everyone in humanity likes to eat, right? We want to be full and feel satiated.
I have to say, once we have podcast, one of the hilarious, most stupid things, like Joe Rogan, for instance. Joe Rogan loves to show how he's a keto. And I'm like, you're not keto, you're high protein, low carb, because you have a big steak there. That converts to glucose. So what do you don't even have ketosis. So I'm just saying that the people who are making money off you believing that the utopia, that it's never going to happen, are the ones winning. They're sitting there with their carbs anyway. They're just taking the photo of, this looks like keto, but bullshit, it's not even keto. And it's hilarious. It's like, it's so fantastically funny to look at that, except for I feel bad for everyone who's buying it, who doesn't understand, right? Like the guy that don't know, who might have 3 jobs, and then they can't even educate themselves. So Ana, I'm so happy that you found Fighterdiet. Really.
Yes, I was skinny fat all the time on keto.
Yeah. That's what
I'm able to gain muscle and out of energy all the time.
Yeah, I agree.
Foggy brain too.
Yeah.
Well, right. That's so important, right? To have energy to build muscle, and have the right nutrition. So why don't we go? Yeah, that's a good segue to go to Uscreen. Pauline, you said you trained Ana via Uscreen, and you started during the pandemic. And how was that? And
I started with I didn't mean Uscreen. That was the prototype of Uscreen. It was over what do you call that? Zoom.
Okay. Yeah.
I forgot the competitor. When we hear on Google Hang, I forgot even the word. So it's like, what did I say?
But it was during the FT7 challenge, right, Ana?
Yes.
Ana, could you tell us a little bit about how it was to train with Pauline over Zoom?
Yes.
It was great. She's very strict, very rude, but it was great because I could learn how to deadlift properly, which is the best exercise ever, because when I don't have enough time to work out, I just do deadlifts. I know that when I do deadlifts, I can train all the part, all my muscles, my core, my arms, my glutes, my legs. And Pauline taught me how to properly deadlift. And that was the best.
I know, and that is also like how I've seen myself, like when I can't use my body to train anymore, how I'm going to do it in the future. I am going to do like you. I'm going to teach the people how to train, so they're going to be model like you, and I know how to direct it. I'm going to be like a director of photography, but for training. because I love it, because I train through you to have your bodies like, I already have made my own body dream, my life. I don't need, I just love, I love doing this now. I want more bodies to make your own version. So having you to train, and you're on the other side of the world, I just love that. And that opportunity of having languages and have to work together, and in your garden and everything. I just love that. It felt such a great connection from one part to another.
Anna, let me ask you, are you in a group right now, or you're not in a group right now?
Yes, I am in the group. I have never gone out of the group. I stay in the group consistent.
Do you do any Flex Fridays?
Sometimes. Right now, I have to be honest, I don't have enough time to share in the group as I would like to. And I have lost some muscle because I don't have enough time to work out, because I have a small little girl. She's only 1 year old. She depends on me. But what I try to do is I stay consistent with my diet and my calorie budget, so I can stay lean and fit and look pleasant. So I don't have enough muscles to flex.
No, I'm sure. I'm sure the little lady keeps you up at night too, or kept you up at night. So I'm sure it'll be better though.
But here's the thing. Okay, so here's the blessing, and here's a really good blessing for Anna. Meanwhile, she's been pregnant and coming out with a new baby. I have come out with my own baby, my Uscreen arena. That means I have enabled Anna to train 10 minutes, which is going to convert like 40 minutes nonstop. I do this. This is my style. Oh yeah, it's gonna feel it. You're gonna train, and what's 10 minutes? But like people say, what's a catch? I'm like, I just took out the rest time of 40-minute session. And just like, see, did you even see it? So I'm just gonna train. I'm just gonna comprise the time into 10 minutes of nonstop marathon, and that's how I destroy them, but to build them up. So you have that just when she's sleeping, I got 10 minutes. You can fit in 10 minutes, and you can fit in 10 minutes later if you want to. That's the freedom, that's the liberation of having my 10 minutes. It's time-based. It's not how many reps, how many sets, it's what you do with the time. And I love that. That is the way to train. So you have that now. You didn't have that when I started with you on the Zoom. Now you do. I've done that.
Well, Anna did the Butt Bible way back when, I think. So she has followed you.
Oh, yeah.
With the Butt Bible DVDs, I think, way back when.
Yes, but this is different. This is me training myself on screen. And I must say that the Butt Bible versus what I'm doing now, the Butt Bible is like, what is that, a fart? And I'm like the big bowel movement. I'm like the big, constant like poop. So yeah, Anna's gonna love this. And I just love that I can come out with life happens. Like I live life. So now when I come out to this day, I might not be able to do anything with this shoulder. Okay, so I make the workout of the day based on exactly what happens in my life. And I am just one person, but most people, oh, that happened to me too. I thought I was the only one with other 8 billion people. So I do that every day to make sure there is something for everyone, to never have an excuse to say goodbye for fitness life.
Yes, that's true.
Anna, what would your advice be to other women in your area, so to speak? Why should they start Fighterdiet? What's different?
Say it first in Spanish, and make in Spanish that we don't understand anyway. Just make it what you feel about Fighterdiet in your own language, and then after that you can do what Paula.
Well, we wanted English too, though. But yeah.
First the Spanish, so she can feel it.
Porque te sientes libre, puedes comer todo lo que tú quieras y no vas a tener hambre nunca y vas a tener energía siempre.
Okay, say that in English, please.
Because you will feel free, you will feel satisfied, you will love your food, you won't feel starved, and you will have energy all the time to work out, and you won't be afraid to go back and gain fat, because you will love your lifestyle. You will be so happy that you don't want to get back and eat junk food again. For example, on my refeed days, I never eat junk food. I
Me neither.
still eating all fighter diets foods that are approved, but a little more.
Yeah, yeah. You're just like me, Pavel. Have you seen a trend that every woman who comes out just like me? Remember when you met me? My mission was, how can I be? I have to be lean. I have to be strong. I have to go to America. But I'm also have this big appetite. What am I gonna do? And
Yes.
so it's like now every woman says like this, like like I can eat, and then it's like big smile. I feel like that. That I give women a right to eat, which is a human right, to not just be supposed to be something that looks good, but you are supposed to eat, and that is no issue. Allowing women to eat big, that is my biggest gift to every woman in the world, because I was not given that. I made it my own gift, and I enjoy it every day, you bet. And I love seeing people stuff themselves like me.
Yes.
Yeah, and
You
and
can
men.
do intermittent fasting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like another thing to just make people never understand what matters and what doesn't. So that is also my role. I'm here to explain the difference between marketing stuff versus what actually happens in real life. That's why I am in the community, not to be read, but to just see that you see what I do day in and day out of different things, but it's same, in different. That is why I'm doing this. This is what I love. What you think is, oh, that's too much. That's too struggle, too much pain. Like, no, that is the why. That is what gives the love. And I want to say that when I see your kid and you giving broccoli,
Yes, I show you my video of my girl eating broccoli, cauliflower,
please send those
eggplant.
to Pavel. Send those videos to Pavel so he can edit it into with this, because the podcast, we can show how you're teaching your kid.
Perfect.
Yeah, we do need a before and after on or some good shots of you. So if you can send those, that'll be fantastic.
Yes, perfect. And
So
another thing that I want to say is that not only fighter diet helped me to get pregnant, but also I could stay healthy and fit during pregnancy and after pregnancy.
wow.
I didn't became an elephant, or I didn't have any issues losing the pregnancy weight, because even though you gain a little bit of fat, that's normal, but normal, I could stay fit.
I love that when I was working with you, and through this language barrier, I had to explain and kind of assure you that I was not gonna give you to become fat, right? Like I was telling you that you're gonna gain weight, that you have to gain weight to be pregnant, and it's natural and it's healthy. And Fighter Diet will help you get back there. I remember that. I want to assure you, because I did not want you, because you were thinking that maybe I don't have the mental strength to be pregnant because my body's gonna go through the changes. And I get chills. Like I just could not have you choose that, because I knew there was a way around it if you had Fighter Diet, and I could just explain to you how to just trust this is the way to do it. So I just, like, Anna, you are doing what I teach or direct. That is the whole difference. That's why you succeed. There is no kind of weird trick. There's not Pauline has to be with you in your life, but you have to remember my words in the moment when it matters. That is what you do. That's why you are a product of what you do, which is why it's no weirdness why you are successful, because you are doing how you want to see yourself doing, what makes you proud. And that is why you're here. So proud of you. Really, really proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing this story, Anna. And I'm sure a lot of mothers to be and a lot of other women who think about motherhood and have the same issues you had will get great information and pleasure out of this, actually, because they get to know that it's doable. So really, thank you. I don't think we've talked enough about this, Pauline, and this was a fantastic podcast, just highlighting that. Is there anything before we stop? Is there anything you want to tell the Fighter Diet community, Anna, that's on your heart, so to speak?
Yes, I just want to say to beginners that don't overanalyze, don't overcomplicate things, just do it, forget everything about you learned in the past about fitness. You don't have to do keto diets. You don't have to starve yourselves to gain lean, but you don't also need to eat lots of rice or pasta to gain muscle. Uh, you will love your diet, so stay consistent and share as much as possible your fears, your questions in the group, and also your victories, and you will do great.
Wow, that's perfect. Pauline, any parting words to Anna before we stop the podcast?
I must say that I love picking the candidates for this podcast because it's about stories of all women's way of living fighter diet. The way of life is a fitness life. And it's so important to have different life ambitions and goals because being me and so extreme, people want to be almost like, I don't want to be Pauline. I don't want to do what she does, so I don't want fighter diet. I'm like, you have to separate my personality from what I offer for your life. I have what can make you happy. You can hate me. You can don't even like my attitude at all. But you can take my brainchild and use it for your benefit and then screw the rest of Pauline. That's what I want. Take what you need from me and move on and be happy.
Thank you, Pauline. Thank you so much, Anna. Really appreciate this. This was a fantastic podcast. Really, 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 really.
Gracias, Ana. And I look forward to working with you more. And I hope that we somehow meet in person. Maybe I can come to Colombia when I finally leave my place here and to see you. And I go, because I would love to see Colombia. Pablo too, actually.
Yeah, and I'm sure we can meet here on the podcast again down the line too.
Thank you very much. It was the best way to celebrate my birthday. Today is my birthday.
Feliz. No, that's Feliz.
The best way, the best celebration.
How do you say it? Feliz.
40. Feliz cumpleaños.
Feliz cumpleaños. Oh yeah, happy birthday to you. What a surprise. I didn't know that. Sorry, we just hijacked your life.
Happy birthday, Anna.